Hey everyone, it is the start of the month, which only means one great thing, where we talk about incredible resources for us all to consume and increase our knowledge. Hey everyone, I hope you're well, playing and making the games that you all love. You're joining me, your host, Max Pears, professional level designer, senior level designer at CD Projekt Red. So thank you all very much for joining me. I hope that you and your family are all safe during these strange times and that you are having a great evening, morning or night whenever you are listening to the show. So thank you very much for joining me. For those of you who don't know, just joining us for the first time, at the start of every month, I go through a list of different resources that I've really enjoyed and recommend them all to you incredible devs. After all, I do not know everything, and there are incredible smart people in our industry and even outside of our industry who we can all take a lot from and consume a lot from as well. So I'm really glad that we're here today to talk about them and discuss different elements of design and what we can see from different areas. And I hope you're excited too. If you do like the show, do make sure that you subscribe, whether that be on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you're consuming this. Make sure that you subscribe. If you can, please do give a thumbs up or a rating. All of this helps bring the show more attention, which means that we can obviously spread the good word of design out there to incredible people out there like yourself. Now that my little request is done, let's get through to the very first resource. But first, let's have a quick word from today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is none other than me. What I've done, everyone, and I hope you're excited for this, is I've actually created a level design kind of store. What I've done in this store is put up different kinds of tips and tricks that you can find there, whether that be my actual ebook itself to that of level design pamphlets focused on different things such as traversal, stealth, breaking into the industry, as well as different talks that I have done which you cannot find anywhere else other than on this store. So if you are looking to improve on your level design skills and processes, then check out the level design store, which will be down in the description below, where there'll be a link to find this. All you need to do is head over to gumroad.com/level design lobby. I hope you like what you see, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Thank you, and now back to the show. So this first resource comes from a YouTube channel called Daryl Talks Games. I believe Daryl has some form of study in terms of psychology, and he takes that angle when reviewing different games. In this video we're going to look at, it's called Are You a Binger or a Drifter? The Psych of Play. In this he goes through the different way that we consume games, whether that of you completing that over the weekend, one night, or if you take your time, revisit, come back to it. There's obviously different factors that affect how we play games, when we can play games, especially as we get older, with families, also work, all of this. But he talks about how this affects our view on the medium itself. Is it something that we think longer on because we are a drifter in terms of it takes us a while? Or is it something where because people are binging it, they get the overall experience and get a better understanding of the actual experience because of the fact that they've played it down in one sitting? It's a really interesting take, as well as just something that I think, especially in mobile games, they think a lot about this. They think a lot about knowing that they build the levels much shorter. This way people can complete it on their train ride or different breaks that they have, compared to more AAA, where we really put a lot of content in front of the player, and that's kind of how it goes, really. Other than Metal Gear Solid 5, I haven't really seen, it's the same in Peace Walker as well, where they turn it more into episodes, where you see the credits come in for the beginning and the end of each mission as well. So it's a very interesting one, I said, very different take on it than I'd seen before, and how this actually does have an impact on us. So let me know in the comments below if you are that of a binger or a drifter. Seems like one of the weirdest things to ask you in this podcast. But go check that out. All of these will be down below for you to check out from there. Number 2 for us is going to be the resource from Gamasutra, which talks about that, of how Naughty Dog prototyped the interactive guitar in Last of Us Part 2. For those of you who have played the game, you may remember it. There are certain scenes you can trigger with the guitar where you play as Ellie to go through and either interact and build more meaningful relationships with the other characters, and how they turned that touchpad into something that can be obviously used as a guitar. And we've obviously seen, I don't know if you have seen it, there's a few people on YouTube who've managed to play full songs that obviously were not prompted because of what they had there in the options. So check it out. I think there's some really nice elements towards that. Again, it wasn't as big as I thought it was going to be in the game, but at the same time, I guess in a post-apocalyptic, maybe playing guitar isn't the smartest thing with clickers around, but it was a great mechanic. I really enjoyed that, and I think, again, just how people break this down, how we can turn that of a controller that we have and use that in more interactive, different perspectives than usual. So always remember, controls, anything can be used differently if we just put our minds to it. Check it out. I believe they're doing the full talk from GDC 2021. I believe the actual full talk is there. So if you do have access to GDC Vault, you might be able to catch the whole shebang on that one there, peeps. So do enjoy that one. The third one we'll go into before we do our little mid-advert break is going to be the shameless plug, but we do a lot of episodes, obviously, on the Level Design Lobby, and one of the ones that I think you can all check out and enjoy, it's the week where I get to sit down and talk with Jason Lee, who is Chief Creative Officer on Infinite Fleet. It was a great one for me to speak to Jason, this whole new kind of style of game that he's working on, but not only that, how they've got this cryptocurrency element to it, but also, again, how that he's switched up from Age of Empires to this, and how that has come through and influences his perspective on strategy in space versus that on land. Obviously, a lot of different elements go through to think about because of space being so vast, and also talks about his journey to being into the level that he is actually in from his career and journey perspective. So if you do like this stuff in terms of devs, go check it out. Jason's a great lad.
At Level Design Lobby, we believe everybody has a story to tell. Hobbyist or student, freelancer or veteran, we made it our mission to unite those who share our passion for creating and developing great games. Thanks to our generous Patreon backers, we've been able to do just that. So if you've already pledged your support, thank you. If not, you too can ensure the future of Level Design Lobby, helping us to create even more exciting content, collaborations, interviews, and much more. With awesome perks and rewards, whether you're a seasoned professional or just getting started, you're sure to find something for you. Want to share tips, tricks, and advice with passionate, like-minded developers? Our awesome community Discord has you covered. Fancy practicing your level design, creating strong portfolio content, and having fun? Then try our level design weekends. Or perhaps you want to individually discuss your work, hone your skills, or level up your career? Then consider our one-on-one mentorships. If you share our vision, then go to patreon.com/Level Design Lobby for more information and to pledge your support. Thank you.
The fourth resource, as we all know by now, if you don't, I've been really getting into cinematography. I've been really enjoying that. And one of the recommendations I got, because for those who didn't know, I tweeted out asking for some great cinematography references out there. And one of the series that was recommended to me is called Master Shots. This is by Christopher Kenworthy, who I believe is a professional cinematographer, and he breaks down in a great way. Actually, I really did enjoy the books. I still have like all of them to really read through. There's 3 he made in total, to my knowledge. But he shows you different kind of ways to do different types of... Imagine the same scene. So the second book is all about that of dialogue, but he is showing you the different ways that you can do conversation within it, and how each one can offer a different dynamic, whether that be more hostile to a more an affectionate conversation, and how we move the cameras to show the different perspectives of the characters, and how they can again influence us and connect with us, the audience there. Again, cinematography I think is such a big thing that we're starting to scratch the surface a lot more. There's been incredible people, far smarter people than myself, doing a lot with cinematography within the games industry already, and they've got some great ones. So if you are looking for a great book series on cinematography, do check out the Master Shots series. Quite like the books that I've written. He has such a great visual style to it where it's very easy to digest and understand. You get to see a reference from a film, but also he blocks it out in something like Max or Maya and shows you the different perspectives from that. I thought it was really good. If I was going to be just that one, be that person just to nitpick, I think the thing that just is a bit of a shame is the fact that the pages are all black and white. It's a real shame because I think color can just make it pop. When it's black and white, it can just look an extra bit grainy, which isn't always easy to read. But anyway, that's just me making one small complaint. Honestly, it's very much an incredible series. And the final one here comes from Game Design with Michael, a YouTube channel. We have recommended his channel before. This one he talks about the video is called The Fundamental UI Elements Most Games Miss. And this one he's breaking down different games such as Borderlands, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and talking about, okay, well, how do they relay the information to the player? What is the most important information on the type of game that you're making? How do you quickly do comparisons, especially in a game like Borderlands, where loot is so crucial? Going through talking about this, different ways to improve them, what they do right, what again is possible to improve from. I'm not particularly much of a UI designer, but I do always respect, obviously, the whole team of people that goes into creating a menu. I think sometimes we go a little bit artsy and be like, oh, we don't need menus, but really, menus are so important. It really helps people play the game and digest it in different ways. So if you are looking for that, if you are obviously UI or friends into UI or UX, this video is really great for you all to check out. And that there is all the incredible resources. So let's give you the rundown list of what we spoke about. The very first one comes from Daryl Talks Games, breaking down if you are a binger or a drifter, talking about how we play and consume games, how does it change our opinion and affect our overall thoughts and views on a game. The second one goes through to how Naughty Dog prototyped that of their guitar mechanics on the PlayStation controller, what thought process to do, how they iterated upon that. Number 3 was my chat with Jason Lee, talking about Infinite Fleet, his career to being Chief Creative Officer, what one does, and how they're tackling the new genre of space on strategy. Really interesting one there. The next one goes over to Master Shots by Christopher Kenworthy, and we talk about cinematography and his whole 3-volume set into different ways that we can communicate with cameras to players to create a different effect. And the final one goes to Game Design with Michael, the fundamental UI elements most games miss, discussing different elements that games have in UI and how is it that they communicate with us, the player, and some things that they maybe miss and how they can be improved upon. So I hope that you do like that. If you are enjoying the show, please make sure to subscribe no matter where that you are listening from this. Give me a like or a rating. It really helps to bring the podcast into a higher stratosphere. And just thank you for all the support that you all give. So with that being said, if you do want to reach out to me, you can do so on Twitter, which is @MaxPairs. If you want to email in any questions or any resources that you think the entire community could benefit from, do so leveldesignlobby@gmail.com. And if you do want to support the show in order to make sure that we keep growing and make the best possible out there, then head over to patreon.com/leveldesignlobby. Thank you everyone, take care, stay safe, and we'll catch you all next time.